ओम श्री गणेशाय नमः। ओम श्री सरस्वत्यै नमः। ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। ओम समस्त जन कल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम्। ओम सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्परां। शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादशङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। तपोभिक्षीणपापानां शान्तानां वीतरागिणां मुमुक्षूणामपेक्ष्योऽयम् आत्मबोधो विधीयते. So we were studying yesterday 30th verse. So we said we will study it again. It is not completed. Now, friends, he says, Nishidhya Nikila Upadhin Neti Neti iti Vakyataha Vidyadaikyam Mahavakyaihi Jivatma Paramatmanoho. This is a sloka which we are studying. So we saw yesterday that Nikhila Upadhin Nishidhya, negating. Negating means what? Not destroying. Negation doesn't mean destroying the upadhis. Negation means what? Giving up Atma Buddhi in them, in upadhis. In the body, mind, intellect, giving up the sense of I-ness in them has to be given up. So neti neti. So what in this process of na iti, na iti, na iti, I am not this, I am not this, I am not this. What is that? It is called, technically called, you are discovering who you are. Ultimately, the one who cannot be negated will be left over, and that is I. So this is called, technically called what? Tvam-pada vicharam also. So Tattvamasi Mahavakya, Tattvamasi. So who is this Tvam? Not this, not this, not this, not this, not this. And whatever is left, it is Tvam-pada vichara. Now, here one more important thing is that by negating the entire world, entire Bahya Prapancha, saying that I am not this, I am not this, I am not this, is that inquiry complete? So Vedanta says Kevala Tvam-pada vichara is not enough. But I give up everything. So this is the first phase of Vedantic inquiry. Then what has to come is Tat-pada Aikyam. We have to discover our identity with the Tat-padam. Tat-padam Brahmavastu Ishvaraha Tat-padam Brahma. So the second phase also is necessary. Now, if somebody says, is it not enough when I come to know who I am by rejecting all the upadhis? I am different from the body, mind, intellect, etc. Then I discover who I am, Chaitanyam. That is enough, no? Vedanta says no. It is not enough. Because in this Neti Neti Vichara, please listen attentively. Neti Neti Vichara, Atma, Anatma, Viveka is taking place. Who am I? The Atma. What is this Anatma? Viveka is going on. So I am not this, I am not this, I am not this. I give up my aham buddhi in all of them. Aham buddhi, sense of I-ness in the body. So I may use I am hungry, sorry, I may use the language I am tall, I am fat, etc. But yesterday I gave an example. Internally I know that this I is only vyavaharik I, transactional I. I cannot be the body. I am only using it for transactional purposes. So in this Atma, Anatma Viveka, I know that I am a subject and different from the object. I am the subject, totally different from Vilakshanaha, from the object. So in this, what is happening? I am the Chaitanya Swarupam. Tad Bhinnam Sarvam Jada. Everything is inert matter. Sharira Mana Buddhi Ityadi. So who is that? I am the illuminator, and everything else is illumined. So when I say I am the illuminator, different from all this Anatma, the body, mind, intellect, and I am the illuminator, different from everything, there is still Dvaita is present. Dvaita Bhav, duality is present. I am not this, I am something else. So I am the Atma, everything is Anatma. So I am one, Atma, everything else is Anatma, number two. So 1 and 2 are existing. So I am Kshetrajna, everything else is Kshetra. Okay. So the Kshetra is so vast. In fact, Kshetra is so vast. The field is so vast. So therefore, next inquiry, Tatpada Vichara में क्या होता है? I must recognize, because this duality is there, how the duality will go? So I must recognize that entire Kshetra, entire Anatma Prapancham, Mayi Aropitam, in me it is all superimposed. This we have to see. Then only Mithyatvam will be established. That is, it's all Mithya. Mithya means what? That, please understand, Mithya means first understanding is I am not this, I am separate from it. But what about this then? Anatma Prapancham. So as long as I am seeing this Anatma, so I am not yet attained Purnatvam, Brahmatvam. Not attained. Therefore, what should we do? We should do that this entire thing is superimposed on me. In fact, that Brahman alone is all this. Brahmai vahamidam jagatcha sakalam chinmatra vistaritam sarvam chaitada vidyaya trigunaya shesham maya kalpitam. So everything is Brahman. Everything is pure consciousness alone. In that, everything is superimposed. Atma, Anatma, Dvaita is illusion, created. So how do I do now? So therefore, next one is, when I say Atma, I am, everything else Anatma, there is Dvaitam. So in Tvam one is established that I am other than this. In Tatpadam, all this is established, superimposed in Brahman. So I am Brahman. So therefore, everything is me alone. That experience will come. Then the Dvaita Buddhi will go. Anatma Prapancham is not there. Only Atma. Anatma was appearance only. Snake was never there. Only rope was there. Therefore, when I say I am Karanam, listen carefully. So when I say I am Karanam of this entire Jagat, the consciousness, Atma, Atma is Brahma Swarupam. So Jagat Karanam Brahma. When I am there, Jagat is there. So Jagat Karanam Brahma. If I am the Karanam, what is all this then? Karyam. In this relationship, Karana Karya Sambandham mein, what happens is Dvaitam does not exist. Why? Karyam does not exist separately from Karanam. The cause cannot, the effect cannot exist independent of cause. It is a cause alone appearing as the effect. Therefore, what is seen Anatma is my own Swarupa only actually. Avivekena. Only out of ignorance I am calling it as Jada Padartham. Jada means superimposed. So everything is Brahma Vastu only. So therefore, then afterwards, Vidyad Aikyam Mahavak, this second phase is achieved. Second phase of realization that everything is me alone. First I rejected. First I said Anatma is different from me. Well and good, no problem. Thereby raga dveshas are given up. Thereby attachments are given up. Thereby I am not caught up in the Anatma Prapancham, in the not self. I am not carried away by the not self. I am not carried away by the appearances. Very good. So I am separate from this appearances, pure consciousness. Very good. But what about this Jagat then? What about this world? Is it separate from Brahman? No. So when you bring cause and effect relationship, this will go. And how do we realize Tatpadam? That Tatpadam is Aikyam. That is the I and also the totality, the Brahma Vastu is both one and the same. So that identity is shown by what? Mahavakyehi. So Mahavakya, yesterday we said that Mahavakya is what? A great Vakya sentence which explains about the identity between Jivatma and Paramatma. So this is what is known. So what is that? Prajnanam Brahma, consciousness is Brahman. And this I am Atma, Brahma. This Atman, which is I am, this one, which is close to you, that is you, is Brahma Vastu. So Tattvamasi Upadesha Vakya. Aham Brahmasmi Anubhava Vakya. So serially, systematically, the teacher guides the student through Mahavakyas that you cannot be other than Brahman. Therefore, friends, after studying Vedanta properly, Vedanta is supreme. Because Vedantic thought is a highest thought that is available on planet. I am not exaggerating. This is the Mahatmas very clearly said. Because the ultimate Puja Gurudev, somebody asked long back when we were there. I was there as a youth and listening to him at his feet in the room in a small gathering. There Gurudev said very beautifully one point, that only in Advaitam the world can be integrated and united. Any other philosophy, it creates division. It creates competition. It creates jealousy. It creates comparison. It creates complexes. Your God and my God are different. That's enough. So your practices are different. My practices are different. In Advaita, only one Vastu is there. Everything is my own Swarupam. So Upanishads ask, no, that from with whom you can have Gruna, with whom you can have fighting when there is no other Vastu. Love, kindness, compassion, any difference you bring. Therefore, Advaiti has, in Vedanta Shastra we study, Advaitin has no quarrel with anybody. Shankaracharya proves so beautifully in his commentaries. बाकी लोगों को आपस में झगड़ा होती रहती है. So Advaita says everything is one alone. And he will, Advaiti Acharyas have given us enough logic, reasoning, Shastra Vichara. So what is that Tatparya Nirnayam of the entire Veda Tatparya Nirnayam is ultimately Advaitam only. That is established by Shankaracharya. Samanvayadhyaya. So all this ultimately we have to integrate. What is the ultimate purpose of Veda? What is the Vedic teaching is? So remember, when we are caught up in Dvaitam, all conflicts come. Again, it's a foolishness. I am Advaiti, and Advaiti is the one who can absorb everything. ठीक है. Advaiti laughs because when there is no duality, why suffer? Why struggle? And Advaitic Acharyas have best. They tried their best, and they gave us teachings. And how this is Advaita Mahavakyas are there. So Gurudev always used to say, in Advaitam alone, all the conflicts can be resolved. Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam can be realized only in the philosophy of oneness, Advaita. Okay. So that's why Mahavakyahi, with the help of Mahavakyas, Jiva and Paramatma, Yoho, Aikyam to be realized. Okay. So 31st verse. Avidyakam shariradi drishyam budbhudavatksharam etadvilakshanam vidyad aham brahmeti nirmalam. Avidyakam shariradi drishyam budbhudavatksharam etadvilakshanam vidyad aham brahmeti nirmalam. Therefore, no, he says here, avidyakam shariradi drishyam. Very beautiful. Shariradi, everything is sharira, mana, buddhi, chitta, everything is drishyam. What is anatma? Earlier it was said anatma. That anatma is nothing but drishyam. Drishyam means what? That which can be seen, which can be experienced as perceived objects. You can perceive other than you. You can see them. You can feel them. From where? Avidyakam shariradi. From the body, from the physical body up to the causal body. So physical body, vital body, pranamaya sharira, mental body, manomaya sharira, vijnanamaya, intellect, and causal body, anandamaya, kosha. Everything is drishyam. Drishyam means what? Objects of my perception. Perceived objects they are. See, in our life, we jump from what? From body to prana, prana to mind. This I is there, no? I keeps jumping. This relative I, the ego I, the individual I, it jumps. Certain times I identify with the body, next moment with the mind, next moment with the intellect, next moment with the pranama sharira, next moment with the causal body, avidya, and says I'm sleepy, etc., whatever it is. So I identified this jumps, this range, I am ranging only in this range. Carefully listen. In meditation, if I place myself in any one of these, like mind, as in the mind, if I sit, or an intellect in my, if I sit, placed, stabilized, or seated there, that meditation always will full of disturbances. So I must place myself in that atmic state and witness even the ego dance. Not much practice required. It is just required about 5 minutes a day, a couple of times in a day. 5 minutes in each sitting, maybe two, three times. Just learn to practice or learn to make all the panchakoshas, that is, all the indriyas, mind, buddhi, sharira, practice to see them as the perceived objects. This is what Acharya Shankara is indicating. So, Sharira, Mana, Indriya, Buddhi, all of them are Drushya. Number one, Drushyam. Not only that, Avidyakam. Avidyakam means one meaning is from causal body, other is Avidyamayam, born out of Maya. Not only Avidyamayam, Buddhavat Ksharam. Like water bubbles. Bubbles, how long the bubble life is? What is the life of a bubble? The bubble appears. At just maybe a few seconds it will. Then put. So body is a bubble. Pranama Sharira also is a bubble. Like And mind also, each time the mind bubble is bursting and new bubble is being born. Body also same. Every time, every body is continuously changing. At T1, the P1, position 1 of the body, time 1, position 1 of the body, time 2, position 2 of the body. So position 1 disappeared, position 2 appeared. I hope you are understanding. So position 1 burst, position 2 another burn, position 2 will burst. Like that, mind also constantly changing. Buddhavat, new bubbles are being born. This body also in the yatra, one this sharira dies, bursted. And after eventually, when for Jiva, another body will come up. Who is witnessing all this? The witnessing consciousness is always there. So they are perishable. Kshara means what? Perishable. Like a bubble. No, observe. Please observe. We are all having sorrows in life, every one of us. I have my own quotas of sorrows, you have your own quota of sorrows. You just inquire why there is sorrow. Whenever there is unpleasant change, there is a change which is not pleasant. The body is healthy, suddenly body change to become sick, unpleasant. I am sorrowful. Suddenly I lost my hunger or taste. Nowadays, very people are afraid. If we don't smell food or taste food, then COVID-19. Go and get it checked. For everything, there is a fear of COVID. Taste buds are not functioning because of indigestion or whatever it is, simple thing. That unpleasant change, you are sorrowful. Similarly in the mind, similarly in the intellect. Now, question is, one is unpleasant change, we are sorrowful. And other is why sorrow to me, another question. Mahatmas, what did they realize? This is the nature of the world, which is the nature of anatma. It is subjected to change, sometimes pleasant, sometimes unpleasant. Therefore, Sukha Dukkha is unavoidable, but then they come. I am not identified with them. When you stop identifying with them, I am not telling it is easy. It is not easy not to identify with sorrows. It's not easy. Yet, by practice, because our expectations that pleasant things will should not change. But what is the nature of the body, mind, intellect? Buddhavat ksharam. So we are not only we are suffering from change, we are also suffering why change is happening, which way I don't want. Think. And during all these problems of changes that which we, the unpleasant changes that we are facing in life, at the body level, mind or intellectual level, if our focus is shifted to who is recognizing this change, there must be a constant factor which is, so there alone Atman is shining. Very difficult. I understand the statement of Gurudev and great masters have said. In all adversities, there is a treasure of spiritual blessings secretly hidden, said by Puja Gurudev, Swami Chinmayananji. There alone, the changeless phenomenon is shining, illumining the change. But we are, I told you, we are this I little I jumping only in the phenomenon of change. It is dancing and screaming that it should not change. It is like somebody sitting on a giant wheel, and giant wheel is moving, and मुझे चक्कर आ रहा है चक्कर. Who asked you to sit there? Okay, stop it and get down. Emergency button is there. If you can do it, do it. They will stop you. They will make you get down, and then the program will continue for others. We are refusing to get up, get down from this. Therefore, Buddhavat Ksharam. First of all, this is a Ksharam, therefore, they give us pain, sir, they give us pain. But pain is to the ego, not to me, the self. Is a witness of pain. Self is a witness. Who is painful? Who is getting pain? Ego. So who am I? Etad vilakshanam vidyat. Aham brahma iti. So I am not drushya. I am not drishyam. I am not the perceived objects. But then what is it? I am druk. So druk, drushya, viveka. Few seconds in a day, in every sitting, maybe 3, 4 sittings, we must try to reclaim our mind. Master says, reclaim your mind. Mind is now creating havoc. Reclaim it and observe it. So I am druk. So I am not the sharira, which is of avidya swarupam. Shariram is born, janyam, it will grow, it will have its own modifications, it will have its own death, disease, old age, death. Now who am I? Aham Brahma iti nirmalam. I am pure. I am Chidrupaha. I am Chitswarupaha. I am Shuddhaha. I am Nityaha. You reclaim your divinity. It is your life, your evolution. It is your free will. I don't know. I am not an astrologer, but I just tell you one thing. So I know a couple of astrologers. So one astrologer told me one interesting fact, which I never heard earlier. So I heard it first time, and then I was happy also and surprised also. Maybe for you all also it is useful. You know, everybody is worried of Sade Sati, 7.5 years of Shani. 7.5 years, terrible period, Bhayankar period, and I don't know what will Shani give. He may make me jobless, unhealthy, relationships are spoiled, maybe houseless, or whatever it is. Just all types of fears we imagine for 7.5 years. आ रहा है माने we start imagining. That astrologer told me, I don't know whether it is correct or not, but the astrologer, she must be correct only. So the astrologer told me, Swamiji, out of 7.5 years, the actual suffering period is only 120 days, not 7.5 years. That means he will trouble you for 120 days in 7.5 years. It may be spread 1 week, 1 week, 1 week, or one go 120 days. That is between you and Shri Maharaj understanding. That is your prarabdha, destiny with him, whatever it is. But now what happens is, even though he will trouble 120 days, because of our fear, we are troubled for 7.5 years. And which is not linked to Shani Maharaj also, we put on his him. So suddenly I got sneeze and cold, Chade Sati. I was not able to see the ground properly. I slipped and fell down. Nothing happened. A small twist in the feet, and then doctor said no fracture. Patti bandhiya, Sade Sati. The Shani Maharaj must be thinking, Maharaj, I did not do all these things. It is your stupidity. My quota is 120 days. I give you whatever it is to be given, I'll give you. So what we only identify with these changes and body, mind, intellect and suffering. So you can use intelligently this Jyotish Shastra for your own spirituality. Therefore, there are so many Mahatmas written spiritual astrology. It is not astrology not meant for daily predictions and all that. It is only for your own upliftment. And if you Veda has given this knowledge, Upavedas, Shadangas it is. कहने का मतलब है कि suffering we only create mostly because of our own mind and ego. Because of identification. But when we say that when we separate ourselves, aham vidyat brahma iti nirmalam. So vidyat, aham brahma iti. So you must know that I am Brahman. Actually, I am Brahman. By sadhana, by vilakshanam, I am Drugrupam, aham Brahmasmi. I think it's clear. Now from 32 to 37th verse, so in one particular section, because Nididhyasana also will be explained from 34 to 39. Nididhyasana is explained. So now, this further, it is the thought is taken. I am not this. I am not the body. I am not the mind. I am not the intellect. So this thought is further taken up by Shankaracharya. We will see one more verse in 5 minutes. We have time. देहान्यत् देहान्यत्वान्न मे जन्म जराकार्ष्यलयादयः शब्दादिविषयैः सङ्गः निरिन्द्रियतया न च देहान्यत्वान्न मे जन्म जराकार्ष्यलयादयः शब्दादिविषयैः सङ्गः निरिन्द्रियतया न च. देखिए, देह अन्यत्वात् न मे जन्म जरा कार्षी कार्ष्यालयादयः लय आदयः. Now for it. So now what are the consequences of I am not the body? Because when I'm identified with the body, certain things, whatever body happenings, are all superimposed on me. I'm suffering. Friends, just 5 minutes a day. 5 minutes a day, create that seed of meditation. Plant a seed every day. Every day, plant a seed and strengthen the seed. And water it every day. Just revel in the thoughts of Upanishads and Vedanta. Subconsciously, they will work. So now, Deha Anyatvat. Since I am not the body, I am other than the body. That means what? Birth, Janma, old age, Jara, senility, Karshya, all those senile problems. Laya, death, etc. Name. They are not there in me. That's why I always remember Puja Gurudev. Whenever we say happy birthday to him on his birthday of May 8th, he's a Brahmanishta Purusha. I don't know how many of you have seen him. So we observed him closely. He would immediately just his radiant face, very radiant face. He says, with all his radiance, he just says, oh, I am never born. I am never born. It is not a theory, it is his experience that he is identified himself with the Brahma Chaitanyam. Therefore, the body is never, is not the body. Therefore, real I is something else. So, I am never born. Body may be, may have birth and body may have death, but I am not. So, once I disidentify, when I give up the identification with the body, so many complications are avoided. I will attend to the body. I will not destroy the body. There is a pain in the body, I feel it. I attend to it. I give medicine. I do exercise. But there is no dukkham in the antakarana in me because this body swarupa is like that. Sorry, body nature is like that. Swabhava sharira. I am not this. Any time, any day, without notice, it can leave me. So we must thank God that God has kept this physical body for our sadhana for whatever time He has kept. Thank God. He had not taken away as soon as we were born. He gave us time to listen to Atma Bodha and also to study Vedanta, etc. Therefore, first one is there is no, because I am not the body. Shabdhadi Vishayaihi na Sangaha. And moreover, I have nothing to do with the sense objects. No Sangha with sense objects. Shabdadi Vishayaihi. Shabda Sparsha Rupa Rasa Gandha. Sense objects. I am not Shabdadi Vishayaihi na Sangaha. I cannot have any Sangha, any association. I have nothing to do with sense objects. Shabdadi, sound, Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa, Gandha, taste, etc. All these five. Why? Because Nirindriya Tayacha. Because I am the one without the sense organs. I am the pure consciousness. If you have sense organs, then the sense objects always come and disturb the sense organs. Sense organs travel in the some perceptions fall on the indriya. Sounds just fall on tympanium. When you open the eyes, the forms falls on your eyes. Then I see, I smell, I taste, I touch, I hear, etc. But here Mahatma says, I am that indriyas also, they don't belong to me. Therefore, there is nothing to do with the sense objects. I am in myself, within myself. I am shining in my own glory. So, Deha Indriya are given up. Then I am not the mind also. Next sloka will come. Deha Indriya are given up. Therefore, I don't have any changes. Changes don't belong to me. Indriyas are not there. Therefore, sense objects don't trouble me. I don't have anything to do with them. Then what about the mind? If you not identified with the mind, there is no raga, dvesha, dukkham, ityadi also. That will come next sloka. Very beautiful thing. So 33rd verse we will take up in the next class, which will start in next month. Somebody will announce the dates, or you will get the uh, messages for next month. If I am not wrong, if my memory is correct, it is from 1st to 5th November. If my memory is correct. Okay. Thank you, friends. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om Sadgurunath Maharaj Ki Jai. Thank you.